see a lot of new generations in Mexico doing like grunge music or garage music or rock and roll or metal or whatever. There's like a band in Mexico City that there's like 15-year-old kids and they're playing like new metal and they have like huge audience and he so sometimes we'll play like in Mexico City when we play we'll invite like these bands like I don't know Demencia Infantil clothing these bands from the local scene that are like younger and so I think our audience and their audience mix well. But when this tour, we've been 2 months touring the States, and you're absolutely right. I see like the audience that comes to see us are it's older, definitely older. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not kids. Huh?
You know what? One thing I wanted to mention that in Mexico, um, one big thing to do as a band is to have shows all ages. You know, it's important because they come. I mean, I don't know if that happens here, but the kids come. You know, and they are so energetic and it's different. I don't know. I haven't seen that in here at this point. You know, but.
I think I love the all the Psych Fest, all the thing. You know that it feels like a community and it feels like people care about it and that's a very important thing and from the start we felt like very welcome and very like it feels like family festival. I don't know
Like Mexico, like people in Mexico is very warm and supportive, and I feel it's so cool that Psych has so much Mexican bands playing and all genres. So yeah, it's a interesting blend and support
we get to
community.
play with Mexican bands in the States that we would never play in Mexico. Not because we don't want to, but because we're in different scenes and stuff, or I don't know. But here we got to play like in LA with Los Bonians, and yesterday here in San Francisco with Muerte Tu, and we've never played with those bands before. That's pretty cool.
She was born with a specific kind of heart.
It's like when you're away and you find friends from your country, it's like you you feel closer. So it's like yes. But uh, also I just want to point out that today in the show there were visuals all around the stage, which I've never seen that before.
Oh,
So
those
that
guys
was really
those
cool.
guys were amazing. It's I don't remember it's Jared's name of the guy from Austin. I don't remember the name of his like thing, but they're so good at what they do. You know, like I was very impressed, and they totally got that didn't use their thing because we our shows very tight with the visuals. You know, it's like 50% of the show is a machine with the backdrop visual, and they were like, "Oh no, I totally get it. It's fine. You just turn off our projectors and do whatever you need." And yeah, it was very impressed by those guys. But yeah, in general, yeah, we went yesterday to see Blackwater Holy Light. That was great. That was a great show. And LA Witch, I cannot remember the band that played before them, but that was great.
Something flag.
Flag,
Flag.
yeah, false flag.
False flag.
That was great.
Some musicians confirm they don't want to play in bands anymore, and some like are so hungry of making shows and making music and playing live shows because it was a crazy thing to be able to do that your whole life, and at some point someone says like stop it, and your life stops making sense at all. So we all have to invent or do some other stuff like cooking or selling food in Mexico was a thing during the pandemic for a lot of musicians. We did.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's just um, when you think about it like seriously and you stop doing that, it's like your soul turns into a raisin. Like it was just so sad. um so I think we were depressed and we didn't even know it was because of that, but it was like, oh, why do I feel like dead inside? And once music came again, live shows, it was like
Yeah. But
yeah.
but also I think after the pandemic, it just went through the roof. Like the music scene in Mexico is like bands and shows and people want that want to go to shows. And to 2021 to 22 and 23, it's been like this. Like especially like the new scene. Like there's a lot of new, like a lot of I don't know, like people that have a lot of input into like new stuff. I think that the young generation of bands is very interesting, and they're doing a lot of shows. So something good came out of it for sure.
Yeah, people are more thirsty and hungry of making stuff and being creatively free, like just because it's fun or it makes you happy, not because you want to be famous or whatever.
Oh well, we first heard of the Psych Festival was from our friends in Mexico. Well, I had heard of it, but this is Fox. Fox, is that how you pronounce Fox? They came to play with us in Mexico and Las Pijamas, Balbur, and we did a show. And I started to look into the festival. I thought it was really cool that they seem to be doing this network, like getting a lot of bands from Mexico, from the States, and a lot of genres, and it seems to coincide with other festivals like the Freak Out, and that's a pretty cool thing, and I think is necessary, and I think is important that this exists because it's pretty clear that they care about music and art, and then there's not too many of that in the world. I think you usually play festivals. Sometimes it's just like it's great, but you don't feel that. Like it feels like business or whatever. And here it felt like different, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they support bands that not are not super famous, that probably to play in the States they would need like to do a big show, but there's a lot of indie small bands from Mexico coming all the way here, probably the first time they play in the States. So that's super cool that that is possible even. And I think it motivates the scene.